It was a late evening when I stopped at my usual cafe. I was tired and only wanted a hot cup of coffee before going home. As I reached the door, a homeless boy sitting on the steps suddenly looked at me and said, "Don't drink that coffee." His voice was serious, almost desperate. I froze, confused by his words. I asked him why, but he just shook his head and whispered, "It's not safe. I saw someone put something in it." At first, I thought he was making up a story. But there was fear in his eyes that made me stop and think. Out of curiosity, I went inside and ordered my coffee but didn't drink it. When I came back outside, the boy begged me again not to taste it. To test him, I poured a little of the coffee on the ground. When I smelled it closely, there was a faint bitter chemical scent beneath the normal aroma. My heart began to race. What if he was right? The cafe was full of people, and I couldn't ignore the possibility. I called the police quietly, and within minutes, officers arrived. They questioned the staff and detained a suspicious man in a dark jacket who had been hanging around the counter. Later, the police confirmed that the coffee had been poisoned and that the man was already under investigation for similar crimes. If I had taken even one sip, I might have ended up in the hospital, or worse. The boy had saved my life, and possibly many others that night. When I asked how he knew, he told me he had overheard the man's conversation while sitting outside. Nobody ever noticed him because he was homeless. But he listened, and this time what he heard saved lives. I couldn't just leave him there anymore. That night I offered him food and later helped him find a safe place to stay. His name was Daniel, and though life had been hard on him, he was the reason I was still alive. I will never forget that moment on the cafe steps, when a boy society ignored spoke the words that changed everything. "Don't drink that coffee.